What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of GH, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. This one was good. This one was great actually for me. Um, this one was great. I'm glad that BLQ and Chase finally had a conversation about what she overheard him tell Dante. It's about time. So many things can get cleared up by a simple conversation. And he basically told her that he didn't mean what he said about her. He feels like she is a good person, especially for how she's, stepped up for Maxie. That was a very selfless thing to do because we all know BLQ ain't trying to have no babies right about now. She's not very, she doesn't have the maternal instinct like that. Before she didn't. She wasn't very motherly. You know what I'm saying? But you can see how much that baby changed her. You know what I'm saying? And she really did something very selfless that not a lot of people would have done. So she does get a lot of credit for that. And Chase notices that. And it's so funny because Chase and BLQ keep saying to each other that they can't be a couple, they can't be together. Oh, we can't. But yet they keep getting closer and closer like they're about to kiss. Um what pissed me off was how the hell are BLQ and Chase both in that house and neither one heard Peter get in or out with that baby? How is that possible? The whole point of them moving in together was so Chase could protect BLQ and protect the child, but yet he failed that mission. I'm like, that defeated the purpose. They were better off hopping on a plane and going to Amsterdam like Tracy told them to do. They were better off. Um, that was just foolish because I'm like, how the hell did how did Peter get in there in the first place? They both were in the house. How could he possibly have gotten in without them knowing? I'm like, isn't there a security system in that place? He got in, and mind you, he got out with the baby without them hearing anything. I'm like, don't they got a baby monitor? And you mean tell me they didn't hear nothing? That don't make sense to me. I'm like, no. So now Peter done got the baby. I said, Lord have mercy. Somebody need to rescue that child. Somebody really need to rescue that child. Um, I don't know what they plan on doing. Like is Peter and the baby gonna go away for a few months or something, and then they're gonna find him? Like, I don't know, but that's just crazy. But I already know BLQ probably gonna beat herself up about this, and Maxie gonna be a hysteric. Um, I wouldn't be able to blame either one to be honest, because this is some jacked up mess. So anyway, moving on from that, let me just say this once again. No offense to Kelly Monaco. I love Kelly Monaco. But Lindsay Hartley she's a different vibe. Like she brings such a different vibe to the show. I love Lindsay Hartley. Like I don't know why Frank Valentini is not offering her a contract. I mean, I already know Kelly Monaco is not leaving the show, and that's fine. That's cool. Um, but I really want Lindsay to stay. I know that the cast is bloated. I really want Lindsay to stay on this show. I think they need to write her a new character. Let her. She breathes a fresh air into the show. Like she's. This is just my opinion, but I just feel like she's such a cool vibe. She just brings something very different to the dynamic of the cast, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? I really love it. I'm loving her. Um, Damn, man. I was so Mac and Dante was handling their business for a second, man. They had them guns out. They said, let's pull these guns out. But damn, Victor's people got the drop on them. Peter done ass done got away. And Mac done got shot. I said, damn. Because you know what? Anna and Felicia knew something wasn't right. Because they were just sitting there waiting and waiting for word. And they knew something wasn't right when they wasn't getting that call. Because it didn't take that long to get him to Pentonville. So they was like, why isn't Mac or anybody checking in? So they was like, let's go check this out. They get to the scene. Dante, managed to call for help before he passed out. Mac done got shot in the abdomen. I'm like, damn. Victor done got the drop on him. And that's what baffles me. I'm like, why didn't they have more cops? Why was it just, the prison guards, Dante and Mac? They should have had more. Like, they should have had a motorcade. Like, you know what I'm saying? Peter is dangerous. Victor has helped them in the past. Everybody in town has known that. Even Laura said it yesterday. That she had a suspicion that Victor might help him because they worked together before. And with Victor being in town, anything is possible. So I definitely feel like they should have planned better for that. Mac and the PCPD should have been about 20 steps ahead. Because Because I know a couple of people mentioned how come Robert wasn't involved in that. Yeah, I mean, it kind of made sense for Robert not to be involved in a prison transport because district attorneys usually are not involved in that kind of stuff. I mean, he's the DA. He's not in law enforcement per se anymore. Like, he doesn't carry a badge anymore, so nor a gun. So there would be no reason for a DA to be a part of a prison transport. Um, so that wasn't really his lane. Um, but yeah, they definitely should have planned better for that. Because you know this man is the son of Faison. He got contacts. He got connections. They definitely should have planned better for it. You know what I mean? Because that whole prison transport went sideways. It went straight to the left real quick. Um, and you know when Maxie got the word about Mac and stuff, you know her and Sam all rushed to the hospital and stuff. Um, Felicia basically told Maxie it's not looking good for Mac right now. They got to do surgery. It's not looking good. Peter done escaped. So, of course, they gave BLQ and Chase the heads up, but it's too late now because the baby done got took. I'm like, damn. They need better security at these mansions and these homes and stuff like that. Like, you need better security. You can't rely solely on a suspended detective. I'm sorry, but you can't just rely on Chase. They should have had security. Um, you know Ned is about to go ape shit when he find out. I think at this point BLQ and Maxie just need to tell everybody the truth. Now that Peter done found out, figured it out, it's time for the cat to come out the damn bag and they just tell everybody. They ain't got no choice. Why keep up the lie at this point? Um, Speaking of Maxie, I don't blame Austin for being suspicious of that second kiss that he got from her because he was like, "Are you still trying to distract me?" At that point, I don't think she was distracting him at that point. It's no point in distracting him now because he pretty much knows everything. So there's no point in her trying to, continue to play him a little bit or, keep him from figuring things out when he already did. And, she explained that to him, why her and BLQ were trying to keep him in the dark and stuff and hoping that he wouldn't remember. But she really is feeling Austin. She really has genuine feelings for him. I know some people were asking how come she's not back with Spinelli or they don't put her back with Spinelli. I mean, I would never say never. Just because they're not back together now, I would never say never because you don't know what the future might hold for Spinelli and Maxie. That could be endgame. You never know. Like, God forbid if the show was to ever, take a nosedive, you never know. The series finale, they could possibly get back together even 6 months from now. You never know. It's a soap. They write it all the time. So they get back together next week for all we know. I'm pretty sure there's still feelings there, but it's been a while since they've been a couple. So who knows? Never know. So anyway, moving on from that. Um, I love me some Lisa. I love Lisa. I am not a fan of Lisa encouraging Nina. Why do so many people keep enabling this woman? Like she keeps saying, "Oh, she's hoping that Sonny and Carly, fix their marriage." No, she don't. No, she don't. She's trying to tell herself that and trying to tell people that because she's trying to make people believe it. She's trying to make other people believe it and she's trying to make herself believe it. She don't want them together. And Lisa pretty much picked up on that because she keeps saying, "Oh, I tried to tell Carly about what's going on with Sonny. I tried, I tried, I tried." Even Lisa wasn't buying that either. She said, "Because you didn't try hard enough." And she did. Every time Carly would go on a tangent, Nina would just shut down and be like, "You know what? I'm not going to tell you nothing." You could have told her. You could have just told Carly, "Hey, shut up. I got to tell you about Sonny and his mental health." You could have easily did that. Better yet, you could have easily called Christina. You could have easily called Dante and told them that. You opted not to, or because Sonny told me not to do it. The hell with what he told you. To hell with what he told you not to do. When has she ever listened to Sonny before? Didn't Sonny tell her to stay away from his family and to stay away from him when he came back to town? Did she listen? No. So why are you listening now? Why now? You didn't listen before. Why listen now? Obviously, you want him. Um, and yeah, I'm just so tired of people enabling her foolishness. Trying to get her to break up a marriage. But everybody likes to justify it by saying, "Well, Carly and Sonny's marriage is already broken up." No, it's not. No divorce papers have been filed. They have not filed any legal separation documents. They haven't filed anything. There's Carly's still wearing her wedding rings. They're trying to fix it. If they were broken up and they were done with each other, divorce papers would have been filed by now. I'm just saying. Um, so I don't understand people encouraging this. And we all know even if Nina and Sonny do end up together at some point, which is looking like that's where they're going with it. I doubt they're gonna be forever anyway. Hell, they might not even be together for a year. Please, come on now. This is Sonny. Sonny don't be with that many women for that long. Like, he really don't. Nina might get maybe a few months out of him. She might even get a year or two out of him if she's lucky. But it ain't gonna be a forever thing between them. So it is what it is. But yeah, Christina, Sonny was looking spiffy on the boat. I said, look at Sonny in his suit, in his little tux and stuff. He was looking spiffy. He got, Christina arranged for the boat to get, done up or whatever for that vow renewal between him and Carly. I was happy to see Christina and Sonny get some scenes together because they really haven't had any since he's been back. They only had that, I think, that one scene since he came back. So it was good that they got some scenes together. Carly, of course, was talking to Drew on the bridge. He's missing Oscar and stuff. What was funny to me was Christina had called Carly and was like, you need to get to the Hornet Star because Sonny's sitting on the cold deck waiting for you. And it's so funny because Carly basically told Christina that her marital situation with Sonny is none of her business because Christina was like, I know it's none of my business. And Carly was like, yeah, it's none of your business. That's what was funny to me because how is it none of her business, but yet Carly freely talks to Jocelyn and Michael about this. And she never tells Jocelyn and Michael, oh, this is none of your business. So because those are her biological children and Christina's not her biological daughter, it's none of her business. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion. You could disagree if you like, that's fine. I don't care. But in my opinion, if Michael and Jocelyn could talk freely to her about this, Christina should be able to as well. She should be able to give her opinion just as freely as Michael and Jocelyn does. I'm just saying, fair is fair. But I do feel like Christina was basically trying to tell Sonny, oh, Carly's not coming or whatever. But that's not even technically what Carly said to her. Carly was just like, I'm not dealing with this right now. She never said, oh, tell Sonny I'm not coming. She never said that. But I understand where Carly's coming from, though. Like, Sonny keeps doing these grand gestures, but it's not fixing their problem. How is a vow renewal going to fix their issue? It's not fixing it. Because he's not doing what she needs him to do. You know what I'm saying? What they going to do? Have a vow renewal? She moves back in, and yet Nina's still a problem. Nina's still in his face. And he's not pushing her away. That's the problem. And Sonny seems like he's not getting it. So, of course, Christina was, talking to somebody on the phone about how Sonny's all alone and stuff, and Lisa overheard it. So she told Nina, oh, Sonny's by himself or whatever. And, of course, Nina went to the Hornet Star. See, this is why I don't buy none of the bullshit that Nina talking about. Where she say, oh, I don't want to be the reason that their marriage breaks up. Then why are you going over there? Because Sonny's by himself. So what? You don't need to go over there. That just proves the point that she's trying to push up on a married man. And she need to close her legs to marry men. Like, she need to. Like, the man is married. Go sit down. Stop being desperate, because she's definitely looking desperate chasing after him. She's looking like a thirst bucket. And this is why, Nina, I have some agua for you, some good Poland Spring. This is good water. It'll quench your thirst. It quenches mine. It ought to quench yours, because you're looking very dehydrated right about now. You might want to get you a little sip. I'm just saying. She's very dehydrated. Like, you just chasing after him, like, just get it together. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what y'all thought. I will see y'all all later. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Peace.